What a beautiful summer day to be outside and to enjoy the weather and the sun. But yeah, so in the near future, I am going to turn 30 years old, and it feels strange to say. I haven't got used to the idea yet. It feels pretty surreal to think as yourself as 30 something. That has always been something in the future that is coming later, kind of. Now it's close. I just wanted to record this video to just share some thoughts on turning 30 and just talk about the fact of getting older. But first, it's a warm day, and here we have an ice cold Negroni. So a Negroni is essentially Negroni with no alcohol. Let's try this one. You could probably argue that it's after work somewhere in the world right now, but I will stay with the non-alcohol one. Cheers. That was good. So first of all, what are my thoughts on getting 30? Well, if I should just answer that question really simple and with one word, it will be gratefulness. I feel really grateful reflecting on my life so far, and also the fact that I get to turn 30 years old. Some people have also been asking me if I feel any anxiousness about getting older. I have never really understood this. With some people get these minor crises when they are getting older, but no, I have zero of that. So getting older versus the alternative, I just feel really grateful because it's not everyone. I don't want to sound like I'm 80 or 90 years old or something. Of course, most people are getting to turn 30, but not everyone. So I think you shouldn't take any day that you're giving on this earth for granted, and I aim not to. I feel happy and I'm looking forward to this. It's still just a number, but it's still another chapter of life. It's like turning the page, and I feel ready for that, really. Everything and every period in life has its time. Everything changes. We're getting older, we learn, we develop, and nothing stays the same. And that's how it should be. I think it would be sad if you never developed or just stay the same, even though sometimes I get nostalgic and I think back to good memories and also things that I learned, the highs and the lows, all of the experiences and where it has led me. Sometimes I feel like I would give anything to be able to experience that again, but still, you will always have those memories. No one can take that from you. The memories that you have, they are yours. So anyways, some thoughts about getting older. I take nothing for granted. I understand how incredible lucky I am. First of all, to have been born on this earth, and then to have been born in Sweden and been given all of the opportunities that I have. And also, something that I come to realize even more is also that with time, I should say, is that age is just really a number. And it might sound corny or lame, but it is very true. I don't know how I can explain it really, but somehow I am surprised how much I still feel like myself. I think when I was younger and I imagined myself being 30, I would just think that I would be a completely different person. And of course, I also am a different person in many ways. I have changed and so on, but now when I'm there, I am surprised the core is still there. It might sound weird, but I am still the 20-year-old William. The only difference is that I have more experiences. Maybe I prioritize a bit different, and maybe I have different goals now and different dreams, but I still feel like me in the end. I think also, at least for me, I have for most of the time felt pretty secure in myself. Of course, to some extent, you do think of what other people will think of you, maybe even subconsciously. But I try to remind myself over and over again just to do my own thing. And I mean, even when I was younger, when I was 15 and younger or older, I have never fallen for the group pressure. I have tried to be true to myself and do what I feel is right. I try to follow my inner compass. But I do feel with time that it is getting easier and easier just to do your own thing and not so much worry on what other people might think about you or what they will say. I think that is something that naturally comes with age. And that is something really nice about getting older. I can see now being 30 compared to being 20, I am even more secure in myself and even more stronger in myself. That is something that I do appreciate. But then Nogrony, I think it's a great name, isn't it? Nogrony. I have two more thoughts on this topic. Number one, I think that some things and some experiences are best to do at certain ages. So let me give you an example. Maybe playing video games was great when you were 15, but maybe you won't enjoy it as much now being 30. I don't know. No offense to people who enjoy playing video games. I think games are great too. When I was 20 years old, after being back home after school, just working my ass off for 1 year, saving everything I could, I set out on my big adventure and I went backpacking on the other side of the world in Australia. And I am so happy that I did that. Because if I would do that now at age 30, I am sure that I would have a good experience and it would be great, but in a different way. It just wouldn't be the same living in hostels, sharing rooms with so many people, being 30 and maybe getting a bit more, a bit more comfortable, being used to have more private space and so on. It wouldn't be the same. It is, I think, that experience was perfect to have at age 20 or below 25, or I won't set a number, but I think you get my point. It would still be great to do a travel and experience like that, but in a different way. Maybe I would travel in a different way. I could still enjoy staying at a hostel, but still, that big adventure and living that kind of life was perfect to do at age 20, 25. And I am so happy and grateful that I did just that and that I didn't think later. I will do it later, because I remember being younger in school, I did have those friends that said to me, I want to do that and I want to do that, but I will do it later. First, I will do university and then I will just work somewhere, maybe after, maybe later, just after that. But then when I look at those friends, people that I know, they never did it. Life happened. Maybe some of them bought an apartment. Maybe they pursued building a career, or they had a child and suddenly it isn't so easy to do those things anymore. That's why I am really grateful that I did that when I was younger. I have no regrets. I followed my dreams. I didn't postpone it or think to myself that I would do it later. And at the same time, I'm sure that there are some things that is suitable to do now at 30 years old that I might not enjoy anymore when I'm 40. It is interesting how certain things are more suitable to pursue in different stages of life. And then my last point, my second point, is that it's something special about doing something for the first time. You met new people, you tried some stuff that you never, maybe you had your first something, maybe you were in your first relationship, it was your first real job, your first whatever it might be, your first, it's something that you will remember a bit extra. So even for me, if I go back to that backpack journey that I was telling you about, it was something special about that first time. That first time leaving home on my own with nothing but a backpack on my back. Being on my own, getting a new bank account in a new country, doing all of the laundry, buying and cooking all of the food, having no one to rely on but myself. And experience so many new things for the first time in my life. That was a special journey for me and I learned so much. And actually later I went out on a similar journey once again and that was great. I won't compare them because they were different travels but also the same country in a sense. But it still was something special about that first time. So yeah, that was just some thoughts from me about getting 30, about getting older, about a little bit of everything. A talking, rambling video. So it's not my birthday today, but cheers to that in advance, and cheers to life, cheers to the health, and yeah, cheers to life, cheers. Now I think I will go inside and take a cold shower because it's really warm here. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts on anything I said, feel free to leave a comment. And I really hope that you will have a great rest of your day. And I hope that I will see you next week in a new video with something new. Bye for now.